Alright, and we are back with Gladius playing the Orks. Apparently I just researched crackling gubbins. So, where are we left off? We had well, we are apparently wrapping up a fairly even skirmish with the Imperial Guard. I overestimated just how capable I was to handle it, as I just absolutely rinsed the Eldar to the northeast. The Eldar evidently didn't have a whole lot going on, though my army was largely built around a couple very strong heroes, which unfortunately we lost the Weird Boy. Because I made a very poor choice with his teleportation ability. Nonetheless, we still have the very strong War Boss here. Now, I remembered a couple things in between recordings. For one thing, I remembered there are Necrons on the board, and there are a few Imperial Guardsmen on the little board here. We're bound to see heavier armored options. Tempestus Scions have 7 armor, which is really good for Guardsmen. The Ogrins similarly have 7 armor, and it's only a matter of time before we start seeing some tanks and planes. However, I've mostly been pumping out Ork Boys, which are fine for throwing at most things, but they don't have much in the way of armor piercing. As a matter of fact, do they have any armor piercing? No. So I need to be looking into armor piercing units to deal with that, as well as to the southeast should be where the Necrons are. We have not seen really hide nor hair of those guys, but nonetheless, we are aware they exist because we have seen some Necron warriors on the board enslaved by some enslavers. So we know they're out there, because Necron warriors are not a naturally spawning barbarian unit. And we have not received a notification saying that they're off the board. So armor penetration is something we really need to look into. And the other thing I really want to look into, after we get the Shanty City tech, is I would like to go backwards a little bit, because it would just be an interesting thing to hit. I believe I skipped over, where is it? The Big Mech, which I am very curious about. And I was reminded of that particularly because of the art. So, I want to see what's going on with that particular unit. Oh, right, we got our battle wagons. Ah, Chaos Cultists. Well, good thing we have the Pain Dock here. Oh, is the Weird Boy going to die? Oh, he's going to come close. Okay, well, let's get him out of harm's way here, where he can get healed by a Pain Boy. You are not... you are the less healy Pain Boy. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. But yeah, the opponents here... Let's see. With the Pain Boys supporting the front line of so much infantry, the opponents do not have a great amount of options here. So, let's see. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up these Stormtroopers, and the battle wagon will hit the last of them. There we go. And the new surge of Ork Boys coming from the Eep are going to be pushing to the front. Let's see, that particular unit is still being repaired, which I should be looking into building more mechs, just so that I can get some healing on my vehicles. Now, back in the Empire of the Orks, we're going to be needing to look into producing some other things. Let's see. Well, let's see. We've got some Cults of Speed. We could probably stand to put in some other unit-producing buildings here, eventually. Let's see. The Mech Bits Yard. Research ain't bad. It also receives something from the Crackling Gubbins trait, but I don't know what that is, because it doesn't output energy. But I would like extra research, so... And I might start spamming cities sometime soon. Which, I need to look into... Well, hang on. What's the population cap and loyalty look like in this city? Not bad. But, let's see. The Mech Bits Yard does not produce loyalty, whereas the Commando Camp and the Piladaka do. So that's one thing to consider there. And the Cult of Speed as well. Makes me wonder about the Rund Herd Yard, then, when we get that researched. Oh, the Blood Axe Gorkas. Right, these guys are still alive. Don't know how that happened. Oh, Fork Gork is ready to put in another building. That is an inspired name, I must say. Okay, did I want to put in I probably wanted to put in a scrap shed. That would be smart. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to order a construction of a scrap shed soon, but not too soon, because we don't have that much minerals to throw around. Oh, heavy weapons teams. It's a good thing they're wasting shots on my infantry. Alright, well, let's have everybody move up a little bit. The Pain Boy will throw some... Whoops, accidentally popped the wrong ability. There we go. Actually popped, here we go. Okay, the Battle Wagon's gonna move up. And I don't care if he really takes Overwatch, because he's super tanky. Is he going to do? Only from the Rattlings, and they're going to do, like, no damage, because that's an anti-infantry weapon they're using. Let's see. Let's do some nice damage to this heavy weapon squad. And the War Boss here, we'll go ahead and proc... Here we go. There we go. So he will get in here and finish off the heavy weapon squad, after taking a little bit of fire from the Stormtroopers, but really not much. There we go. There goes those heavy weapons boys. Now let's get some more Orks in there for some action. See, we could go ahead and take this old one artifact from the guard, but eh. Ooh, we got a lot of guys moving up. Not that I'm complaining. Alright, the Weird Boy will move back here. This Pain Boy hasn't healed this turn, so he'll finish up healing what's left of the damage that Weird Boy took. And my War Buggies are about ready to get into action again. Excellent. Now, let's see. Oh, yeah, more and more and more and more boys. Let's see. How much do the Ork Boys cost per unit? 10 minerals. That's really not bad. But right now, I want to prioritize ordering the scrap sheds in Fort Gork. So we will... Oh, they won't let us order it ahead of time because it's currently doesn't technically have space there yet. Okay. Alright, the Blood Axe Gorkas, I want to send them down to take a couple outposts down here and also check out what's going on with the Fog of War, because we've not got this place explored. This Pain Boy leveled up. Excellent. He can get the Experimental Procedure tech. Or skill, excuse me. These Orks can continue to throw themselves at the Ogrins, doing very little damage, but they're very enthusiastic about it, and every time they do it, they build up influence, so I can't complain. Speaking of influence, I could stand to put in more of those buildings at some point, but one thing at a time here. Let's see. The Eep has expanded to... has put in as many buildings as they can. So, let's see, what else do we want to put in then? Apparently we still keep needing mineral buildings. Though, with how much the city, how much we want to build cities, that's not a shock. That's really what I should be looking into in the Empire of the Orks. Because as much as I would love to maximize energy potential, I mean, I guess I've already got a lot of energy potential right here in these couple of tiles. So, that's not really a problem. Whatever, I'll let the Mech Bits yard finish first, and we'll order a unit of Ork Boys. Why not? Let's see, they are throwing out more Rattlings and Weird Vein Psychers. Neither really tough enough to worry about. Oh, and they put down a city. You. Wow, they are really not doing much damage to the War Boss. The War Boss is going to go ahead and help himself to a little bit of this city action. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get everybody moved in. That way, the War Boss can pop his little influence buff. And we will go ahead and take this old one artifact for its damage buff. Thank you. And the Pain Boy here will step up and provide a light bit of healing to this Ork Boy. This Pain Boy will step up here where he will also be useful, probably in healing the other Pain Boy. And the Weird Boy, he's going to be useful up here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have the War Boss pop... Well, it's a free action, so he might as well go ahead and pop Bust Heads. And he will go ahead and pop, because it's another free action, Prophet of the Law. And let's bust out the Jakaro digital weapon on the city of Ariston. And we'll... Maybe we should have hit the city last, because the city it will benefit the most if we get its morale down. Okay, well, we'll whittle down the Stormtroopers here then, because the Stormtroopers are a valuable unit that we can do quite a bit of damage to regardless. There we go. Hit them where it hurts. Wipe them out. And are these Weird Vein Psychers going... Yeah, these Weird Vein Psychers are nearly about to get wiped out in one turn. Very nice. Now, the Battle Wagon, let's see. Are there any units that the Battle Wagon can finish off this turn? Let's see who the Weird Boy can frazzle first. Well, the Weird Boy can level up, so let's level up Frazzle. There we go. Now, the Frazzle... Okay, the Frazzle can only hit the Weird Vein Psychers. Okay, goodbye, boys. Or at that point, singular, boy. Okay, the Battle Wagon can throw some more at the Ratlings. And nothing's going to take a whole lot of damage here. The Battle Wagon, I think, is... It's kind of specific to a type of unit. I've seen Battle Wagons do some decent damage, but it's... Maybe I don't have the right text for it. I don't know. I could have sworn in my Tau game the Battle Wagons are a real problem. Though they're definitely very tanky, which can be a problem. 22 influence, my god. Prophet of the Law ability is actually super good. Who would have guessed? I always underestimate the value of buffs in Gladius, which I think is to my detriment. Alright, back in... wait, first we gotta hit Fort Gork. We'll be putting in scrap sheds, so we can get this city to build at a good speed. While back in Deep, we'll be working on, let's see... We've expanded to a new tile, yes we have, so we'll be putting down a mineral building there. Back in the Empire of the Orks, they could stand to expand here and start putting in minerals there. So let's go ahead and expand there. We don't need any mechs for the moment. I'll be looking at that in the future. Let's see. We're gonna order another unit of Orc Boys, absolutely. Now, naturally, the city's focusing on the Weird Boy, because the Weird Boy's the squishiest unit I've got within its reach, and that's always the way the game prioritizes things. But, just kind of figuring they would do that anyways. They got Pain Boys right here to heal them anyways. Alright, so the Weird Boy, we're going to have him move up, and we're going to have this Pain Boy move up as well. And he is going to throw some healing on that Weird Boy. The Weird Boy is going to frazzle, let's see, the city or the Ogrins? Let's frazzle the Ogrins. And the Battle Wagons will come close to finishing the Ogrins off. Let's have these Orc Boys finish off these Ratlings. There we go. And these Orc Boys are probably going to be able... Yep, they're going to be able to finish off the Ogrins. Excellent. Been waiting to get rid of these guys for a minute now. Take that outpost. Can we have these Orc Boys move up and take the position the Ogrin used to hold? Now we can move past it and hit the Ratlings. Excellent. Any Overwatch attacks going to hit us? No. Alright. Okay, well, it looks like a unit of Ogrins is going to get away, but that's not the end of the world. Let's see. How much damage are these guys going to do to the city? Not very much. Not much left to do around here, then. Oh, this Pain Boy could go around throwing cyborg implants on people. Oh, the city of Ariston is dead. I didn't even notice that was happening. Okay, who here doesn't have cyborg implants? You do. You don't. Alright, you're gonna get some cyborg implants. What is this? Cyborg implants? Cyborg implants 1. Okay. There we go. Nice. Could be a mild traffic blockage right here with this wireweed. We'll see. What was that? Oh, there we go. There's some Necrons. Canoptech Wraiths. Alright, like I said, I want the mineral building right here. We need more and more and more of it. The Orc Empire is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding Orc Empire. What are we... Oh, Vespids. Hello, they gonna deal much Overwatch damage? No. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. However, we will do a lot more damage in return. This whole eastern side of the map is probably just wilds now that the Eldar are done. Let's see, we're gonna order another unit of Ork boys. Don't see why not. And while we're at it, is there a place we can go shopping somewhere around here? No. Oh, there is a Jacaro encampment right there. Might go shopping there later. Probably gonna have to get the city off of it first, but that won't be a problem at this stage. Oh, I see the Necrons are moving in and attacking the Imperial Guard city as well. Well, I know who's gonna be a problem for me next. Oh, more Vespids. Excellent. Where there's one, there's a dozen. And they're doing a lot more damage now than they were previously. Oh, that's because there's now 3 of them. I see, I didn't even see the third ones there. Okay, well, the Blood Axe Gorkas have now walked into their death. Yeah, out of a situation that to me seemed very obviously dangerous, they walked out fine, but now they're pretty well screwed by a ambush of, up until then, seemingly more or less innocent Vespids. That's how it goes. Okay, the War Buggy. Let's not have the War Buggy go in front. Let's have the Battle Wagon go in front. It's tankier. Let's see. We're going to take an Overwatch attack from the city of Theon? No? Well, let's let some boys do it then. Take some shots at those Canoptic Wraiths, but it won't matter much. Oh, we could load some boys into that Battle Wagon, but we're so close to the place already. This is a lot of Orks we're filing into this city. Whew. Yeah, here they all come. Sheesh. Now, oh, hey, we got a new band of mechs. That's nice. We'll keep them back at the city of Empire of the Orks. They can be a little bit more helpful. And we'll be putting in another mineral building here. We're not making as much of it as I would like to. It's not coming in at the returns for each building that I would hope for. Produce an extra set of boys, of course. Of course, it's difficult to determine exactly what the rate is because the Orks get a set of minerals, get a set of ore for every unit they kill. Okay. Of course, it takes a little bit until your third city gets set up. But once your third city gets set up, you've got more money than you know what to do with. That's always how it goes. I see. So the Guard has pretty well got 2 cities left, and they're both under siege. And they're choosing to fight the Necrons instead of me, which is kind of frightening. Then again, Necrons are always frightening. Let's see, we can do a little bit of damage, but let's focus on getting rid of the heavy weapons team first. It's very fittingly Warhammer for there to be a bunch of aliens and still the humans that catch it. It's the one thing that the aliens can all agree on is that humans suck. Alright, let's go ahead, and hit these guys. While the rest of the Orks very slowly file in. This is kind of a prime defensive spot here. This would be a lot worse for me if they had more defenders. Okay, now who in this pile needs more orders? Oh, the war boss is leveled up. Well, he can get bust heads level 2, but I'm not too excited about that. Oh, these Ork boys haven't moved. Well, they can move in to attack the city, but let's check what's going on this side here, this flank. Oh, the weird boy can also move up. Excellent. He's still not in range to frazzle anything, though. Alright. Probably could stand to have the mechs go around and clear out some of this wireweed. Make my life easier. Oof, we just have a factory line established by now. It's crazy. Just printing the boys out. Huh. Probably gonna need that against the Necrons. Until we get a unit researched with better armor-piercing capabilities than the boys. Because we have really skipped a lot of the unit options, which is definitely to my detriment. Which, I want to get another battle wagon out there, but I know that the minerals are going to be a problem until the third city is up and going. Which, let's see. Let's go ahead and get more minerals rocking here. And then after that, we'll probably look back into investing in energy and loyalty here in this city. Ooh, those orc boys took a lot of damage. Gonna need them to swap places with some units that are in need of healing. Oh, the Vespids are boldly attacking my city. That's interesting. Oh, and they stole, is that a Siren Caster? That is a Siren Caster. Oh. Stupid Necrons. Oh, that unit of orcs is just dead. The Ogrins appeared and killed them, I see. Well, let's have the war boss go ahead and settle that business, because he needs to. Otherwise, the Ogrins are just going to keep being a problem. And he will bust out the Jakaro digital weapon just to make sure that they die. Probably didn't have to do that. Could probably have let the battle wagon do that, really, but Let's see, can we go around the flank with this set of orc boys? Well, we can, but we'll run into Necron warriors that will destroy us with their overwatch. That wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Alright, we're probably going to want the battle wagon over here then, providing some degree of support fire. And we'll be moving some orc boys and the war buggies up here. The weird boy will move up here. He needs to level up, so we will get the jump. The jump is just too good of an ability to pass up, and then he will frazzle the city. Not doing a whole lot, but doing better than nothing. The pain boys we will have sit behind my units so that they can heal them. The weird boy in particular will probably need a lot of healing. Oh, we can go ahead and take a shot at the city. That's nice. While the massive pile of orcs, the train of orcs proceeds to move its way to the front lines here. Oh, my research is also ready. I'll go ahead and check that in a second. I want big mechs. I want to see what these guys are up to. They're probably not a hero unit, but I hope they are. I hope that the unit description there doesn't give them justice. Doesn't do them justice, rather. It's a nice try, Barbarian Vespids. Gotta commend it. Okay, they're probably gonna... The Necrons are probably gonna throw a lot at my orc boys there. If they get the opportunity to finish off a unit that belongs to a player, they'll take it. Oh boy. Well, with that city fallen, the Necrons are probably going to fight me for the right to take this city. It's unfortunate then, we're going to have split attention. We'll have the battle wagon sit here and hold the line, I suppose. And we'll have it also get set to do nothing this turn, so that it'll have Overwatch ready. Wait, hang on. What is this? Oh, I don't have the Warpath buff on the Weird Boy. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have a bunch of units take their shots at the city then. So you apply Bust Heads. Just prevent things from happening. The city did focus on hitting the Weird Boy, I noticed. So let's see, who here has the better heal? The Pain Boy on the left. Okay. While this Pain Boy can throw the Cyborg implants on him. And we will very slowly have the Orc Boys move their way up. Well, a lot of these guys are just going to need me to tell them to pass their turns. Probably could tell these guys to move down to hit the Necrons in their flank. Probably a waste of a boy or two, but not super worried. I've got plenty of boys to waste. Okay, let's see. We got the minerals rolling. 72 minerals a turn. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's see, where do we want to go next with this city? Loyalty, evidently, because we're not doing super great for that. Let's see, is there a tile here that's not great for loyalty, or not great for food? We'll take that one. Better to use up the useless tiles first. Or the tiles that have less distinctive purposes, rather, first. Oh, this weird boy can go ahead and frazzle the city. Excellent. And since he has to jump, we can use him to get units out of here in case things go sideways with the Necrons. Let's see, the Empire of the Orks. We are ready to put in another building. Let's see, I want another mech bits yard, probably. But probably what's smart is to put in another loyalty building, so we will do just that. And it'll go right there, yes. Back into Eep, we can order another set of Ork boys, but right now I think it's enough. I need to be looking backwards and grabbing more stuff that's a bit more impressive. Well, they have the ranged advantage here, and they have a river that I can't cross. So that kind of sucks. And they're sending their melee units back to deal with my orcs that are coming in. This is a bad position. Let's see here. We will have, yeah, this orc boy move back, even though he's not really in a good position to get healed. And he will get healed. And this pain boy will hand out the... I'd like for him to hand out the experimental procedure ability to the war boss, but the war boss isn't in reach, so we'll hand it to the weird boy instead, who will do, yeah, still not very good damage to the city. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And the war boss will instead do his shots. And, let's see, unfortunately I already moved the orc boys to make room for their comrades, so they're not going to be able to do much. The battle wagon can't do damage to really a whole lot. Really do a whole lot of damage to any of these Necrons, so we'll shoot for finishing off the city, sure. Alright. That's a nice level up for just about everybody involved. We will go ahead and reduce the upkeep of all the nearby units. This guy will get the big cyborg implants. This orc boy will move in to hopefully help his buddy. Probably not. Oh, hey, well, this orc boy can at least run away, so that's good for him. And let's just try and whittle down these Canoptek Wraiths. While back here, the next turn, I'm about to take some big hits from the Necrons. I can feel it. But I'm going to want to go ahead and get the war boss over there, where he will start throwing down. Let's see, these mechs will go ahead and have them take out this wireweed, just because it's an inconvenient place. It'll save me time later. Okay, we are going to need armor piercing, because that is one thing we ain't got. However, at the current moment, the priority in the Eep is loyalty. So we will be ordering a loyalty building, and then a loyalty building to go with our loyalty building. And then soon after that, we'll be tearing up those trees and ordering a loyalty building to go with our loyalty building that goes with our loyalty building. Excellent. Stupid Vespids. Okay. Let's wrap the turn. Oh, Canoptek Wraiths get to move through units. Right, that's a thing they do. That's cool. Alright, well, there goes those orc boys. I knew I was going to end up losing another one. And that battle wagon's actually taken so much damage it's probably going to die next turn. That is unfortunate. Okay. See, we've got another set of orc boys coming in. They're going to do a fair bit of damage to the flayed ones, but not that much. Let's see, these mech boys, we probably want to keep them somewhat far away from the danger, but at the same time I want this wireweed to go. Alright, the battle wagon needs to fall back, and we will load a set of orc boys into it. The war boss will pull back here. These boys we will pull back here, because they can't contribute anything. The war buggies can at the very least do some shooting. And the weird boy can do some magicking. Let's see, we don't want the pain boys up front. Let's put some orc boys in front of them just to be safe. And the war boss will be, as per usual, doing most of the damage, including wiping out this unit of Necron warriors by himself. And what will he throw the Jakaro digital weapon at? Nothing, because he apparently can't see anyone. Interesting. So Frazzle's not going to be too useful either. Oh, the weird boy can go shopping, though. That's nice. Let's see. Let's get on him. What do we want to buy on him? Because we have 1,600 influence. We can stand to spend a little bit. Now, let's see. We could get the Jakaro weapon on him as well. That would be funny. Right now, I need Scrolls of Magnus because I'm not making very much research. And do I have any abilities that would go specifically... Would there be any items that would go on Psychers specifically? There must be that I've just not seen. Morning Blade of Lazarick, that's for melee dudes. Dimensional Key. Right, that's the teleport item. More stuff for melee. The ability to block a psychic attack. Don't need that. Zothide Jerkin, the Volcanic. Yeah, a lot of anti-psyker gear. Prevents the unit from being targeted by Overwatch attacks. That is actually pretty interesting. Can stun a unit within a single tile, but you gotta spend 80 influence to get it, and it only has one charge, so More melee damage. The Lightning Gauntlet, also melee damage. Restores morale of nearby units once every 5 turns. Increases the movement. Increases attacks. Light Grenade. Again, one use. We'll take the Adamantium Weave Vest because we need the armor. We'll take the Zothide Jerkin because we need him to be a little bit tougher. And maybe we'll try the concealed weapon system. Maybe that makes the Frazzle better. Sure, those all sound good. And yeah, he's out of range to hit Frazzle on anybody. But nonetheless, that's going to take him up to 4 armor and 16 health. So that's certainly not bad. It's not war boss levels, but it's pretty damn good. Let's see, you can take a shot at somebody. Take a shot at these immortals that are already wounded. And these orc boys that are wounded are going to need to run all the way home. Who else can contribute? Nobody? Okay, just these two that need to be run up to the front lines. Oh, who else? Oh, the city, right? No, not the city. The pain boy, right. Well, he can throw the cyborg implants on his on the other dock, sure. Why not? And for our bit of research, we will be next going for the Runtherd grounds. Which reminds me, I want to go back up to the Empire of the Orks. I want the big mech. It's a heavily armored infantry unit that protects its allies. Okay. 2 upkeep in energy and 2 upkeep in influence. Energy upkeep ain't too bad. So I'll order one of those boys. It's going to take him a while to get out there because I haven't got my mech bits yard running, but nonetheless. Boy, immortals don't do as much damage as you would expect them to. We're going to need the battle wagon to, run behind the fog of war. Because, whew. Yeah, everything the Necrons have, there's a distinct chance that battle wagon dies with the Orks in tow. Let's see. The mechs. Do the mechs do any damage? No, they don't really do much damage. They got the custom Mega Slugga, which, actually does do a lot of damage. And they have 2 armor and 17 health. What's that compared to? It's less health than Orc boys get. That's interesting. Well, I don't have enough of them to really throw around like a maniac. But, whew. Desperate times. Wait, these guys are infiltrators, right? They don't take Overwatch? No, that doesn't seem to be the case. Well, still, I want the mechs probably to pull back to the city, just in case. As do, No, I do not want to disband the boys. I wasn't even aware that was a button I could press. I want the boys to run back to the city as well. Now, let's see. The battle wagon we'll have fall back here to the Fog of War, where ideally they won't be able to see me. And we will continue to tear down these guys. Let's see. Who here can we just nuke in a single turn? Oh, look. Generic Necron warriors. Who cares? Goodbye, destroyers. Nobody's gonna miss you. Let's see. And we can throw the Jakaro digital weapon on somebody. These immortals. Why not? Excellent. That's a morale loss for them. Good. The weird boy can also step up, and he can frazzle the immortals, and apparently the concealed weapon system is going to enhance the amount of attacks he puts out, it seems. So, alright. I'll take that. That's good damage off of what was otherwise a kind of crappy spell. Let's see. Who here doesn't have cyborg implants? You don't have cyborg implants. Take the cyborg implants. They're performance enhancing. These other orc boys are going to have to run up north, probably, alongside the battle wagon. Probably protect it a little bit from the Canoptek Wraith horde that is coming in. Okay, all these guys are going to have to heal for a good long while. I did put down some orcoid fungus that should help it somewhat, but whew. Okay, we got loyalty up. Let's see. It's time to put in a mech bits yard so we can get some of these big mechs and regular mechs out at a quicker rate, because they seem quite good. The amount of ore I am generating is not enough to make a crazy vehicle army, but nonetheless. Let's see. Fort Gork is still working on their scrap shed. After that, they will be a real city that I can actually get results out of. Okay, those orc boys are gone. Those orc boys are just gone. I threw them in to do a little bit of damage, but they're not going to be able to put up with what's getting thrown at them. Oh no, are they going to bring down the war boss? We're going to need to bring the pain boys up. They are going to be a necessity here. Alright, the weird boy will be thrown up here where he can contribute. He can frazzle the immortals. While we will need... Which of you pain boys has the better heal? You do. So you step up and heal the war boss before he's put in real danger. Now, the war boss is going to have to step up and... Let's see. Can he nuke... Yes, he can. He can nuke the heavy destroyers in one turn. So let's do it. Very good. Hopefully should start to whittle down the morale of the Necron warriors. Let's see, there's a little bit of damage on the weird boy, so let's go ahead and heal that. Can't be too careful in a situation like this. And the battle wagon will rush on up north to where the mechs can heal it. Which, the mech is no good if he's dead, so let's have him a little bit out of the way here. These orc boys, we're going to have to choose to just hold here. We're not going to be able to push after them. And let's see, yeah, we'll end the turn. Ah, good old Necron healing. Oh boy, there we go. There's the meat of the army. They're going to throw everything at the war boss they can, huh? Makes sense. These boys are going to have to pull back then, because they really just stepped up here to take damage. Oh, they're not going to survive the turn. They're going to get wiped down, okay. The Necrons... Oh, nope, they live. The Necrons were seemingly throwing all their firepower at them. Let's go ahead and get them healed back up. The weird boy will rattle the immortals a little bit more. The war boss needs to get someone here wiped out. Let's see. Can he wipe out anyone in a single turn? No, no one except those immortals who are close to death anyways. Well, let's go ahead and pop Prophet of the Wall, because otherwise I won't get around to popping it. And get these immortals close to death. Excellent. And they're going to have to spend the extra influence necessary to get those guys back in order. Which will be a mild inconvenience for them, and I'm sure they've got more than enough influence to do it. But if it's trouble for them, it's good. Okay, let's go ahead and get the battle wagon healed. Ooh, this is going to take a while. It's going to have to spend a long time in the shop. Oh my god, the orc boys healed inside the battle wagon? That's a thing they can do? That's crazy. I didn't know that. That makes transports a lot better than I thought they were. That's huge. I apparently need to be using them more often. Huh. Well, I think I just learned something that makes me look like a real doofus. Okay, who's left that needs orders? Nobody? Okay, Fort Gork has finally got their scrap shed ready. They are ready to get to work on being a real city. Let's see, this could be a prime food spot, so let's go ahead and take it. Oh, please don't let the weird boy take that much damage. The Canoptic Wraiths will presumably do a lot of the damage themselves, so that'll be unfortunate. Actually, they won't. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see, can we wipe out anybody here? Why, yes, we can. Well, first, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and deal with those Necron heavy destroyers. Just so that they can't harm anybody else. Who? Oh, no. I kind of wondered if I was going to be walking into an ambush here, and I somewhat was. Oh, boy. How much lifesteal did I get? Not much? Doesn't look like that's... Yeah, it doesn't look like much. Okay, we're going to need the Pain Boy to step up here and do some good damage to the Necron warriors. The Pain Boy does still have his nice little buff, though. So let's go ahead and pop it on these guys. And they're going to do 25% more damage and take 25% less. We need to clear the way for the war boss. Because there's a good chance he takes enough damage to die in the next turn, which would suck. Let's see, can we frazzle Canoptic Wraiths? Yes, we can. The war buggies need to move over to where they can be a bit more helpful, so they will do just that. And the Pain Boy will provide a little bit of healing to the Weird Boy, but not much. Okay, let's see. We have Triarch Praetorians. I believe those guys will wreck my Orc Boys in melee, though with Necrons and how much armor they have, everything probably will. Can I mob them up with my other Orc Boys? Okay, these guys, what kind of ranged attack do they have? Probably something pretty mean. It's Necrons. Yeah, that's not a great amount of damage. I should have previewed the amount of damage I was going to do ahead of time. These Orc Boys are probably just dead. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I didn't bother to build any armor piercing, so I'm kind of powerless here. Let's see here. We could shell out for another battle wagon, but they don't really do that much armor piercing damage. Once the Runtard grounds come out, then I can get the Squiggoth, which I bet does plenty of armor piercing damage. But that's something to consider for the future, not for the present. Which, let's see. I could get out more heroes. I could throw another war boss out. He's not got bad upkeep at all, so... Yeah, I'll go ahead and order another... No, wait, not here. Hang on, let's order another war boss here. Yeah. You know, smart idea, as boring as it is, it's a smart idea to have those orcs sit right there for the moment. Because the Necrons presumably have a lot of scary units sitting in the fog of war right now. Alright, Fort Gork. Who named that? Fort Gork, with its great 70% food spot, can go ahead and take this. So we'll do that, and then after that we need to look into putting in loyalty buildings. Please, God, don't let the war boss die. It looks like the Necrons won't let him die. Okay, good. Okay. Well, that's one unit of Orc Boys down. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is it over? It's over. It's over. He's dead. Oh, the greatest hero of our nation, gone. Oh, how could this happen? He was cursed from the wall. Okay, we need to be very careful here. Okay, if I were to pop, here we go, on the Pain Boy, it does not give him any extra movement range. If we were to pop, here we go. On the boys, though, it also does not give them any extra movement range. Okay, this is a hairy spot here. Let's move these boys over here to make sure there are not any Necron warriors sitting to overwatch here. Okay, there kind of are, but they won't be a problem. Okay. If God is on our side, there will not be a unit of Necron warriors here sitting in this forest waiting to overwatch the war boss. Let's move the Pain Boy first. First, let's go shopping. We will purchase an Adamantium Weave Vest. We will purchase a Zolt Hide Jerkin. We will purchase an Endurance Implant. Okay, he will move forward. He will barely survive. He will be... Okay, no, he will be fine. We will pump a lot of healing into the war boss if we can. Does the war boss... Okay, the war boss is going to... What does he have in range of the digital weapon? Nothing. The war boss is going to try and get what lifesteal he can off these flayed ones. This was a very near thing. Okay, the war boss just might make it, but I was way too reckless there. Okay, let's see if we can frazzle these Necron warriors. Hang on, let's see, we've got a level up as well. Let's get some more research, because boy do I need it right now. I need to research everything that I have not got researched, because I have hyper-focused on stuff that is not super great. Okay, let's pull these Orc boys back a little ways. This war buggy, this Pain Boy, we'll have this Pain Boy sit back here. These war buggies will sit right now just so that they can overwatch. Alright, the mechs are slowly but surely getting the battle wagon back in action. Okay, it's really... Yeah, it's probably fine. Let's see, are these guys... Let's go ahead and have the battle wagon pull back here so they can at least provide some overwatch if somebody decides to pursue these Orc boys. Who else is left that needs moved? Let's move a little bit, because I was kind of wondering, are the Necrons pulling back? I thought I saw some units pull back there. Let's push forward a little bit. We could be getting... I don't know that the AI would be smart enough to pull anything like this, but it could be a bluff. Okay, we have the Big Mech. He is not a hero unit. But, let's see. He has... Let's see. He has the custom Mega Blast. Oh, does he not have the Snotling Warp Gun? That's unfortunate. They need to put in a Big Mech hero that has the Snotling Warp Gun. Okay, he has the custom Mega Blaster. He is a singular unit. He has 10 armor. He has 7 health. He has 3 moves. 1 action. The custom Mega Blaster has a range of 2, AP of 6, damage of 6, hits once. Unit loses HP every time he fires. And the Power Claw, which is a melee weapon that looks pretty good. So he is a melee unit. Let's see. He is bulky, so he takes up an extra spot in the transports. He has Mob Roll, the Mob Roll ability, Furious Charge, which I still don't know what that does. The usual Orc stuff. If he hasn't moved this turn, then he has more ranged accuracy. And let's see, all the rest, yeah. Custom Force Filled. Increases range damage reduction. And for him and adjacent allied units. Okay. I think I'm going to want more of these guys. They seem like they're going to be pretty good. I'm going to need to set up more of an energy economy to afford them, though. Let's see. Back into Eep. We need to get up more of a unit production buildings that are actually going to help. Because the Orc boys right now ain't cutting it. Okay, we have some Triarch Praetorians. They're going to wreck one of my Orc boys, but ideally we'll be able to wrap them around and surround them and do some damage. The Canoptic Wraiths passed right through my Orc boys, though, and did a load of damage because they were flanking. I believe that is the case. Okay, so we are going to need... Let's see. These guys to give them the runaround. These Orc boys to pull back, if they can. And we will see what damage we can do with, yeah, these Orc boys here. Probably not a whole lot. Let's see. And these Orc boys, can they... Yes, they can go ahead and use the Here We Go ability, get in there with the Triarch Praetorians, give them something to worry about. That Canoptic Wraith is definitely going to be killing one of these two Orc boys units. Probably this one. Let's move the big mech up. Let's see, how much damage would the big mech do at close range? That's not bad, but it's probably not enough to get the Canoptic Wraiths to flee. They will probably still go for the kill. Ideally, they'll go for the kill on this Orc boy so that these mech boys will be able to hit it. Hang on, can we finish this guy off? That would probably be enough damage, actually, to get him to leave. It would expose the mechs to the Triarch Praetorians, but I can't see the Triarch Praetorians finishing the mechs off in one turn. So let's get them in there, and let's get that so that that Canoptic Wraith pulls out. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and throw some healing onto the War Boss again. And the War Boss will finish off the rest of his healing by nuking the Necron Warriors. Excellent. Alright, and these Orc boys will continue to pursue those Necron Warriors. They'll lose a lot of health in the process, but seems like they are winning, despite how things usually go in the Orc-Necron matchup, you would expect. Let's see, the Weird Boy... Let's have the War Buggies check what's going on up here. They'll take a Overwatch attack. Okay, they'll take 2 Overwatch attacks, one of which will probably be pretty mean. The Pain Boy will go up, the Weird Boy will be able to... No, actually, those Overwatch attacks are not too bad. Will the Praetorians do more Overwatch damage? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, while in return, we will have the Weird Boy do a lot of damage to those Triarch Praetorians. Excellent. And yeah, we can go ahead and do more damage to the Canoptic Spider. Sure. Huh. Oh, hey, a level up on the War Boss. He's at level 10 now. Excellent. Get bust heads. Kind of an underwhelming one to end on, but I don't see how there wouldn't be an underwhelming one to end on. Now, let's see. Passive HP regen for vehicles. That sounds good. Hammer of Wrath on seemingly all of our vehicles, or at the very least all the flyers and the mechs. Units leave permanent Orcoid Fungus when they die. Increased production from Runt Herd Grounds. Increased influence output. These all sound really good, but I need to go backwards and get armor piercing. Now, let's see here. War Bikers. Those sound fast and cheap. Look, no tank bustas. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, they did focus on the mechs. Are the mechs going to die this turn? Ah, Necrons. Hate them. Okay, tank busters are researched. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, let's pull the mechs back. We'll get them to heal. Get these boys to heal. Get these boys to heal. Okay, we have a second War Boss on the field. Let's take him shopping. Now, what we're going to want on him is we're going to want the Lightning Gauntlet. We're going to want the Powered Gauntlet. We're going to want the Zothide Jerkin. We're going to want the Concealed Weapon System, and we're going to want the Adamantium Weave. And we're going to want... Let's see, is there anything else I'll just throw on there just to be insane? The Morning Blade of Lazarek. No, we don't want the Morning Blade of Lazarek. We want the Dusk Blade. There we go. Excellent. We'll probably sell one of those other items or replace them with the Morning Blade of Lazarek later. Okay, now this big mech, he here can do not so much damage to these guys. Not super great damage to anybody, really. But, let's see, the Battle Wagon can do a bit of damage to these Triarch Praetorians. The Orc Boys can continue their fight against them as well. And we will have these Orc Boys push up on the flailed ones. They've been hit with flails. And work them down. Now, the big mech presumably will do more damage, yeah, to the Triarch Praetorians. He seems like a guy who's built more for hitting elites than hitting the cheapy boys. There we go. Yeah, the big mech isn't super, but, I mean, he's simultaneously healer and a fairly good combat unit, so I can see why that's, you know, something you'd want to go for. while we will have the Weird Boy run up against these Triarch Praetorians with a Pain Boy in tow. And the Weird Boy will just about nuke the Triarch Praetorians with his magic nonsense. There we go. Now, back here, let's see. These Orc Boys need to pull back. And the War Boss can move up and kill these Canoptic Wraiths. I hate the damn things. I love to see them die. It's going to be a bit before we find the Necron cities, I'm feeling. The Pain Boy's a little bit exposed here, but somebody needs to stay on the War Boss so he doesn't get hurt. Let's see, this War Boss also needs a level up. Let's see, let's throw on him an Attack Squig, Big Boss 2, Big Boss 3, Attack Squig 2. Excellent. So he is going to be a second big, mean, fighting boy for us. Okay, we've got a bunch of mech bits yards, so we can now get one big mech every 3 turns. Not bad. Might want to get some more regular mechs out there to boot. Now, what we're going to want here is, let's see, we are up on population cap, so we're going to need that. But first, I want to prioritize, we're going to get power gubbins in only 2 turns, so I'll go ahead and get that just to make sure we don't go into, wait, what am I doing? I've got 594 energy in reserve. I don't need to be that scared. Let's see, we will be expanding then into a tile that is not so good. What's a tile we don't care about? This tile, we don't care about this tile. We'll take that one, and we'll be putting down a population cap building there. Back at Deep, let's see, we've got our loyalty buildings up, but we need more loyalty. So let's go ahead and tear down that forest, and we'll replace it with another loyalty building. Let's see, here in the Empire of the Orks, let's see. We did not tell them what to do in terms of producing heroes, but I don't want another hero just for the moment. Another Pain Boy might be wise, though. Let's see, how much does the Pain Boy cost? We can get him out in 3 turns. Yeah, we're getting enough wounded Orc Boys coming through here that he'd be useful. Back here, we want a unit of Tank Bustas. Please, God. Could probably stand to use another battle wagon to get these guys to the field sooner. Let's see, back in Fort Gork, we have got our food building up. It's time we put in a loyalty building, though. Now, let's see, what's a tile that's not super great for really much of anything? This tile's, you know, these are all good tiles, but this tile is one of the less good ones. Now, that one food building, how much food is it tuning out? Well, at minus 10 loyalty, which means minus 10 production, we are nonetheless getting 8 food, minus 10% production, excuse me. So, that's probably quite a lot. Let's see, Mushling Bloom increases the food output of tiles with orcoid fungus. We'll look into that in a minute. Let's see. Whew, there's a lot of good upgrades here that I had skipped over. That's always how it is, though. You can never know what the great techs are on your first run, and you always got to hit the bare minimum ones before you hit the end of the tree, because there are such great techs at the end of every tree. It's more so for some races than for others. The Orcs seem to have a monstrously good tech tree, whereas there's some other races' tech trees where I feel kind of comfortable ignoring it somewhat. Okay, good old Canoptic Wraiths doing ludicrous amounts of damage. Okay, we have War Bikers. Are those guys produced from the vehicle building? Yes, they are. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some of them out and see what they are like. These boys we'll pull back to heal. Alright, the big mech we've got out here, ideally he'll be able to spook off those Canoptic Wraiths, while this big mech will do what he can to spook off these Canoptic Wraiths. This battle wagon, we're going to actually send him way back there to go ahead and grab some Tank Bustas, bring them to the field where they'll be a bit more useful than just sitting on their asses. Now, let's see, these were some Immortals. We're going to want somebody to take the Overwatch fire for these guys. Oh, no. Okay, well, now we know what we're working with. We'll pull back a little bit to hold up against this massive horde of Necrons that we have apparently seen. Like a forbidden horror of some kind. Let's get the War Boss and Pain Boy up to where they can be a bit more useful then. As way back here, they ain't gonna be doing much. Now, the Weird Boy and the Pain Boy, combo here, we don't want them to get too close to the Necrons. They're both a bit squishier. Oh, hey, this battle wagon can get some parting shots at the Canoptic Wraiths before it heads up to pick up the Tank Bustas. Nice. Alright, we'll move this War Boss up. Okay, these guys all need to heal. This guy will tell to sit on this particular tile and heal as well. And back into Empire of the Orks, we are ready to put in our population cap building, which we need so badly. And after that, we'll probably want to be putting in more cults of speed, won't we? Well, two vehicles a turn ain't bad. After that, we'll be looking at... Yeah, we'll definitely be looking at energy generators. What am I saying? Of course. Let's order another unit of... Let's see. Let's order another unit of regular mechs. Sure. These don't seem bad. Just to keep the building working and producing the things we need. At the very least, we always need more bodies. Let's put a loyalty building in Fort Gork. Okay. Now, let's see. We got plenty of things to research here. The stick bomb seems like something that we should have investigated a while ago, but right now we're running up against a heavy armor race that will not care. The tank buster bomb and the flash gits both seem like good ideas. The mech gun, I don't know about that. We're not seeing a lot of flyers here. Let's see here. What do we want? Let's take the flash gits for now. That seems like an interesting idea. Ooh, let's go with big choppas. Okay. More armor piercing on melee sounds like a necessity against the Necrons. Oh. I wasn't even looking at what unit died there. What was that? Hang on, we need to actually check the log there. What was that? Oh, the Big Mech. They killed the Big Mech in a single turn. Wow. Canoptic Wraiths are really good against the Orks, as it turns out. Good to know. Alright, well, hang on. Let's move here. And then we will have the War Boss deal with these guys. So that is apparently something I need to be more afraid of than I am currently respecting. These boys, yeah, these boys all need to pull back, because there is still a fairly beefy Necron force we are running up against. We'll have the Pain Boy take the front here. He can probably take the damage a little bit better. Well, can he? No, we put all those items on the Weird Boy to make him better at taking damage. Okay, well, neither of these guys have good Overwatch, so that's one thing to be afraid of. We need those tank busters, and we need them stat. Good lord. Alright, let's order another unit of them. Okay, I can already see the benefits of the loyalty buildings I'm putting in here, because they're increasing the production of those guys. Let's see, we've got a Pain Boy here, ready to get more Orks back actually up in the field. Let's go ahead and get the abilities on him. I want lots of healing. So, and I want to save money. So let's get these Orks up and ready to go into the field. And ideally we can send them out to help cover for the Weird Boy. We'll see, though. It's more likely the Weird Boy's going to run into trouble. It's kind of a bad situation here. Alright, the Big Mech, not quite as tanky as we were hoping for, at least against units that have lots of armor piercing, which it seems Canoptic Wraiths do. Who's left that needs orders? Yes, the War Boss and the Weird, and the Pain Boy that is accompanying him. We can see a Canoptic Wraith there. Hopefully it isn't looking to settle a city, but it probably is, especially since the Imperial Guard just opened up a bunch of real estate that I'm not going to be taking just now. Let's see, we need more heroes. What heroes can we grab? A Weird Boy sounds good. We'll take one. And for our research, let's go back and let's actually research more DACA, so that we can guarantee we'll be getting a tank bust every turn. Oh, well, that's probably the Weird Boy gone. I was kind of wondering whether or not they could see the Weird Boy through the fog of war, but evidently they can. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, he might live because of the items I bought for him. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, the Pain Boy needs to pull back here. He's probably not going to make it. Because the Weird Boy, I can have flee here. And, you know, he'll be fine. But, yeah, whew. Okay, we need these Canoptic Wraiths to go because they are just routinely getting to be a problem for me. Okay, we've got Immortals, Flayed Ones, and Canoptic Wraiths. Whew, okay. Appears I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap things up here as my earbuds have notified me they're running out of battery, sadly. A routine problem around here. So, nonetheless, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here in the midst of a Necron fight. And we will be wrapping this Necron fight up ideally next time. Ideally, I'm wiping out most of the Necron army here. I know that I already have the Ork tools, the War Boss tools, necessary to destroy their cities. And if the Weird Boy stays alive, I can move my entire army rather quickly. But we will have to see next time. And I will see you then, folks. Later.